The public relations work, Lanre, is really in full force. Of course, there's an element of electioneering, but we hear phrases like entrepreneurship, dynamic workforce, aspirational customers, and will the budget promote that to become a working reality in any shape?
Well, that's the beauty of marketing. It sounds good, doesn't it? And that does sound lovely. The reality, as has been outlined by Benga just now, is a harsh one. Nigeria can't afford this kind of expenditure. And if this isn't managed in the most judicial way possible, it's only going to make things worse economically for the country.
Right.
The good news is all prices are up. So, there should be a little bit of more money coming in. But this is ultimately, again, a question of governance. And in an election year, odds aren't that great.
Afua, a quick word on your final thoughts?
I mean, it is, when you hear those figures and the proportion of revenue that's going towards debt servicing, it is very sobering. And, the reality is that not just in Nigeria, but across the African continent, expenditure is being financed through debt. So these problems are actually growing. That's going to be a recurrent issue in future budgets as well. So when you look at the structural problems in the long term, I think that there are some really serious issues that need to be addressed. In the way government is financing the spending, nobody would disagree that Nigeria needs to increase expenditure. Education is the perfect example. This is a long-term investment in the future potential of the country, but at the same time, if you're funding it by debt, which is costing you almost more than anything else that you're spending money on, it's not actually solving the problem. It's storing up more problems in the long term.
Do you see any solution, very quickly, Ayo, before we go to break?
Well, many would say that Nigeria should not be in that full stop. The oil sector, which has been booming for many years, with the exception of most recently when it collapsed and of course coming back up, should have been sufficient. But the not going into agriculture fully on Buhari's rule has been a sticky point for it.